Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight, beans a little bit higher, corn unchanged, and wheat lower. It's been a tough week for the markets. Beans this week have been down about 37 cents, while meal's been down $15. Corn's been down 17 cents, and the wheats are down anywhere from hard wheat 40 cents to spring wheat at 27 cents a bushel. I think three things. Number one, the Pro Farmer Tour has been moving across the Midwest and finding yields pretty close to the USDA numbers. They only count pods in the beans, but pod counts have been above a year ago and above average. And so with some rains that have kind of fallen across parts of the Midwest, the bean crop looks like it's going to be a solid number like the USDA, and the carryout also will be solid. As far as the corn is concerned, they came in Minnesota and Iowa and Illinois lower than the USDA numbers. So that's giving a little bit of support to the corn market. The problem is that it's hard to rally during harvest, but it suggests that if export demand continues to be strong, that the corn market has a bounce in it at some point after harvest. When we go through the list of things, first of all, the Chinese and U.S. closed their talks yesterday without any particular agreement. China filed a WTO complaint against the latest U.S. tariffs, and it looks like that the tariffs will continue, and that the perception is that China will not buy U.S. beans from the United States until there is some kind of resolution. Also in the beans, the Brazil appeals court overruled the ban of Roundup Ready. So that opens the door for big Brazil production as long as they can use that particular herbicide on the soybeans. We also noted that when you look at currencies, at least in Brazil, they should add bean acres this year because of what their currencies have been doing relative to the dollar. So despite the fact that beans are up, the market may be oversold. Most of the bean news is negative. As far as the corn is concerned, again, we have to get through harvest, but I think most people think that the export demand will be better, and that'll help corn prices. The funds right now are short about 40,000 corn. They've added to that position this week, and we'll see what they want to do as we get through harvest. For the wheat, as we said, it's been a bad week. The headlines have been that Russia's going to offer export for wheat until they run out, and that's been negative to prices. We also see some rains in eastern Australia for the first time in months. This is not expected to be a change in the weather pattern, but offers some resistance maybe to the wheat market yesterday and overnight. So we'll be watching to see what the Pro Farmer Tour U.S. corn and soybean yield is today. And then we also saw an announcement by Secretary of Agriculture that on Monday they will release details of how much money will be given to U.S. farmers because of they've been hurt by the administration's tariffs to China. All in all, a down week, and we'll see how much further downside there is as we get closer to support in the nearby futures contracts. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.